Right guys, just finished off the DC5, giving it a clean, making sure everything's all right with it. Obviously thought I'd do a little bit of a walk around video to show you the overall condition of it and sort of go over any points on the vehicle and making sure that we cover sort of all aspects of it, making sure you can see the inside and the outside of the vehicle. Now this particular model, it's a Honda Integra DC5 Type R, and it's got the K28 engine and the limited slip box as well. So what that refers to is basically a bigger inlet, better cams, better exhaust manifold and higher compression pistons. So it produces a little bit more power than the EP3, and the box makes a massive difference. So what I'm referring to, the boxes, it's basically got shorter gear ratios, and it's also got limited slip, so it really does improve the handling of the vehicle and the characteristics. So this particular example has some highlights. It's got a Mugen bonnet or replica. It's got Mugen replica side skirts and rear diffuser. It's got Rotor CE 28 wheels, which are wrapped in Advan 8008R tyres. They've got around about 5 to 6 mil tread, plenty left for you to get some use out of. Again, this example has had a full suspension refresh. It's had Super Pro caster increase bushes on the front, along with the Mugen Showa shocks, which are a really good quality item, and spoon progressive springs there, which lower it around about 20 mil. Again, this example is a C-pack, so what that refers to is the rear wiper, which you can see just there, 3 tinted windows on there, and the power folding mirrors. So that's the factory options that this car has come with. Integras as standard come with Brembo brakes. So we've got 4-pot Brembo brakes and the Recaro interior. It kind of is Honda's flagship model, obviously apart from your ones like your NSX or your FD2s. Does anyone with a black car know a bit of a nightmare to keep clean? However, I'm quite happy with the way this one's come up. Let you have a little look at the paintwork. Now, common issues on these are the rear arches. Happy to announce that these ones are solid, no rust. And again, in the spare wheel well, water goes through the light seals and rots the spare wheel well. So again, happy to announce that this one is nice and clean. The gem with this one is the fact that it's got absolutely immaculate comprehensive service history. I'll put a picture in the same post as I put the video, but it's literally in date order. It's got the BITMA certificate, which is the certificate of import, showing the mileage. It's got a stamped service book there for when it's been in the UK, and it's got all the receipts, everything from like bulbs, wipers, brakes, everything that you kind of want to see from a car like this. It really has been enthusiast owned. Got a Cat 1 alarm. Again, if you're looking to buy one of these, or if you know about these, insurance can be a little bit pricey. So most insurance companies ask you to put a Thatcham Cat alarm on it. Yeah, it's just basically keep the car safe. So it has got that. You can see the little power fold mirror button just there. It's had the steering wheel retrimmed by a company called Royal, which quite a popular company, or quite a renowned company to have the steering wheel done. So it's half leather, half Alcantara. It's got the Tegua short shift, along with a shift extension as well to bring the gear knob a little bit higher, and a Kenwood radio in there as well. Apart from that, the interior is fairly standard. Recaros are in good condition, not fantastic, but good, certainly usable, and doesn't detract from the overall condition of the car. Obviously got your Japanese flare there as well. So to start the car, put on the clutch and disarm, and there we go, starts up. No engine management lights on, obviously no airbag lights on either. Another thing, little fun fact, these always brake It's intact on that one, which is nice to see. It's not a massive amount to see under the bonnet, but I'll lift it up in a second and show you. So yeah, as I mentioned, it's K20A engine, limited slip gearbox, stock power, so you're looking at around about 214 brake horsepower. Bosch battery as a replacement. Looks like it's had an aftermarket silicon radiator hose. Yeah, nice and quiet. Now, another big difference on these is the power steering. These are hydraulic power steering, so opposed to the electric power steering that you get in the EP3s. And you can see you've got a little reservoir there along with the pulley, and then the actual power steering rack itself is obviously hydraulic. Yeah, lovely car, really well looked after. It's been owned by 2 forum members. No doubt if I put this up, they'll see it and probably comment, but yeah. Any questions that you have about this car or any other cars that we've got in stock, just let us know. Be happy to answer them. Yeah, on the advert as well, I have written up that it has got a little bit of a crack just here on the rear splitter. Just to let you guys know, it does come with the standard rear splitter, and it comes with the standard side skirt as well. We didn't quite know what kind of look people wanted to go for, or you know, some people can be quite picky and choosy. The more we put into the car, the more the car will stand us, therefore the more we have to ask for it. So we're at a point now where obviously we've invested quite heavily into it, making sure it's absolutely mechanically sound and making sure that, you know, it's good for the next buyer. But it's, you know, it certainly doesn't detract from the overall condition. It's a really stunning car. Give you a couple more minutes just walking around the vehicle, you can have a look at the bodywork. Obviously the engine's just ticking over there nicely. Yeah, one bad thing about black cars, you get to see my lovely reflection. Well, that might be a good thing. Spent so long cleaning it. Oh. Nice to see the badges are in place as well. Some people take these off and I quite like them. And again, some people move the Honda Integra Type R side to the rear arch sticker, so I quite like that decal there. Really hasn't been messed with too much. He's changed what most people change, and he's kept what most people get rid of, so it's actually quite refreshing. Let's get the door open and show you the inside. So I've actually personally had this one out and about on the road as well, and happy to report pulls. Don't want to sound cliche, but yeah, it pulls like a train. Very strong. Been around these quite a lot, so I know how this should feel. No crunching in any of the gears, they're not notchy. The clutch isn't low. A telltale pointer for clutches on its way out on one of these is the clutch is quite low. because the pressure plate gives up. Like I say, it's not notchy in any of the gears. You can just turn the lights on there, just so you can see it's got Bison on bulb replacements in there. Yeah. If you need any more in-depth pictures or details about it, just give us a message, drop us a message on Facebook. Always happy to respond. If any further, you know, like I say, pictures or spec, or if you want any sort of pictures of the history, I will be putting some pictures of the history up in this post, so hopefully that'll answer any questions that you might have. But yeah, we have this up actually either for sale for £8,000 or open for a Part X. Now, we're open for a Part X because it'll free a little bit of capital up. It'll get somebody into a DC5 for reasonable money. And we actually will offer decent Part X prices on an EP3, as long as it's not rotten and as long as it's of a decent spec and you're not asking the earth for it. Alright, so I'm just going to close this video off here. Like I say, any questions, more than happy to answer them. But for now, I'll catch you later.